I'm sure most of you have heard the story of the Apostle Peter's denial of Jesus at the end of Matthew 26. As it happened, Peter was trying to express devotion to Jesus after they had eaten the Passover meal. And Jesus prophesied that Peter would not be devoted that day, but in fact would deny that he even knew Jesus 3 times before dawn. Now think about that. One of the most devoted followers of Jesus denying him. Peter said he loved Jesus with his mouth, but that day his life didn't follow suit. When we consider that, we often think that we would never deny Jesus, no matter what the cost. But for most people who claim to follow him, they do exactly that. Not outright with their mouth, but rather by the way they live. They say they follow Jesus with their words and often with their church attendance, while simultaneously engaging in all kinds of sinfulness that totally dishonors God. And what they often fail to realize is that Jesus sees and knows it all. He hears them say they love God, and he sees their car in the church parking lot on Sunday, but he also hears their foul language at their kids at a Little League game, or out getting drunk with their friends, or maybe looking at that girl that they shouldn't be with. So consider what Jesus said about this earlier in Matthew's Gospel. He said, "Not everyone who says to me, 'Lord, Lord,' will enter the kingdom of heaven, but the one who does the will of my Father will enter." In other words, it's not the ones who say they love Jesus who belong to the kingdom of God, but those who obey him that belong. So how about your life? Is your love for Jesus purely vocal, or does the way you live your life demonstrate your love for him? Don't live in denial. Be a Christ follower in word and in deed. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry.